A scribble isn't a scribble, it's a story, a name, a word, or a masterpiece. Hello and welcome to Rashi Foundation. The goal of early childhood education should be to activate the child's own natural desire to learn, very minutely handled at the Little Marvels ELC, under the guidance of Edupreneur and founder Ranjana Chhabra, also the program director for Young Leadership Lab and Marvel Years. आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है रंजना. Okay, so to start with Ranjana, how did it all start from a corporate job to becoming an educationist and edupreneur? And then what made you choose this?
So it's always said that unless you need a bread, you will not learn to bake it. I have always been fascinated with the way education has been in India and abroad. And I've been born and brought up in UAE. So my part of education has been from a different world. And I've always been inspired with the art of teaching and learning. I completely believe that learning has to be more creative if you want kids to grow up into creative adults, which I felt during my corporate stint was a need of the hour. And I think when I became a mother and I had my first child, and he was very young, that time all these questions sprouted in my mind. How do I give him the right environment? And that was starting and giving him the right beginning, early learning, and ensuring that it is very pragmatic, it is practical, it is creative, it opens his horizon of thinking beyond the lines. I had this whole idea, the brainchild of starting Little Marvels Early Learning Center, which focuses on early years and how we can make the best of the early years by providing a creative learning platform and providing an environment which encourages children to think, to try, to experiment and evolve in the process. I'm an engineer and an MBA by my education. I hold the degrees. And so that way I'm completely rational also in approach. And I love the art of science. It has to be something that fascinates them, that allows them to think, yes, an apple can be yellow or pink and not just red all the time. So it's about inspiring their imagination. And I think with the education and with the experience that I have had in the two worlds, I was very much inclined to develop something of this sort. Prior to starting Little Marvels, I've had 8 years of industry experience into research and strategy consulting. And I think that's where I have been groomed to be an entrepreneur. That's where Little Marvels Early Learning Center, the concept, the brainchild, the seed, was sowed in my mind and write our paper. So a lot of research, a lot of self-study, a lot of training, certifications, getting the right content, working with the people in the industry. Thankfully, we were backed up with a good set of people from education space. People who are academicians, people from the industry. My husband was also at that time working with an education ed tech company, and his experience definitely helped me understand where are we proceeding, what is the future of education. We also were backed up with the wisdom and the learnings from Dr. Shiv Prasad Nathani, who's an academician, who's an 85-year-old man, come from Uttarakhand and has a lot of experience of education. We wanted values, life skill, and technology to blend together with a creative frame, and which is interactive, which is practical, which is engaging and fun. So that is where we, decided, okay, this is the model of Little Marvels. It needs to focus on early years. We begin with programs, learning programs for kids of almost as early as 1 year to 8 years. But gradually we started expanding.
Now, you just told us about Little Marvels ELC. Now, I would want you to share some insights on Marvel Years and Young Leadership Lab. I think this is something very unique.
Yes, we need to take it ahead. We need to give it a second level, which is when we started Young Leadership Lab and Marvel Years. Young Leadership Lab is about, it's a framework of programs which works on building and empowering young leaders. Now, what do we mean by young leaders? Everybody wants to succeed. They want to take the first step. And we have seen the potential the kids in today's generation have. So we see that they rightly have the platform to think like a leader. And when we say like a leader, it means to take the first step, to experiment, to learn from your experience, and to evolve and grow, self-learn and self-grow. So that's where these programs, they build a framework, and we said, okay, what are the 6, 7 essential traits that you need in a leader? When you say you want a young leader, what do you want him to do? And we asked parents, we asked teachers, we conducted surveys, and we shortlisted those 7 cornerstones which are essential for our young leader framework. There we included life skills, which are, of course, values. You always want a leader to be full of values. Public speaking, of course, communication, expression of thought, clarity of speech. This, any day in today's world is very, very important as the world has become a global village. So we engaged speech and drama programs, communication skill programs as a part of our leadership lab. We also have programs where we help kids design. So when we say design, we don't just mean by draw. We help kids innovate. We help kids start thinking solutions. So there are problem solving modules where we help them encounter different problems, different needs, and we let them ideate, we let them innovate, and we let them draw. I'm amazed by the kind of ideas kids bring to the platform in their hours. During one of the camps lately, one of the girl just age 8, and she gave me an idea that why don't we have mask disposal machines everywhere, because in corona times we're using so many masks, and she designed the concept, how it should be done, how the machine should be look. So should look. So at this age, if you can really empower them, if you can allow them to think, if you can give them the right platforms, there's a lot that this generation has to give to us and to the future. And we're also tied up with certain international bodies where we allow certifications also for kids. So if they're doing speech and drama, communication skills, public speaking, we allow certifications. We train them for these certifications. We conduct leadership labs which are special workshops for 12 plus years also. These are online workshops also. And we have done it not just for our Indian students, but students from Middle East and Australia and Singapore have also tied up with us during these online workshops, where they get to meet people from different industries. So people who come and tell them what are presentation skills, how presentations make a difference, what are the important things, or sustainable solutions today. So we make them meet with startups who are working on sustainable solutions. Why do we do that? Because when they meet these people, they get a lot of idea, and they are able to contribute and think on different lines, which is where we want for them to come up with much bigger and different solutions which our environment and our world wants today. Marveliers is the digital venture which we started this year around May, which allows us to connect with different parts of the world. We have started with Middle East, Australia, and Singapore lately, and provide our learning programs through workshops in the form of online workshops. We do different areas, like we focus on science camps. We do early readership. We are promoting a lot of early readership, so we do early readership workshops with them. Again, parents get to involve with us. The greater part of Marvel Years is it allows parents to be a part. We also do a lot of holiday camps with kids. We do particular program which is focusing on mythology, Indian and Greek mythology. We are presenting it to children of the world through Marvel Years, and I'm really proud the way we are doing it and the response we are getting for this, because I think parents either have forgotten the stories or we don't have enough time to do that. Grandmas and granddads unfortunately cannot visit us very often now due to Corona times, so we are filling that gap with Marvel Years special life skill workshops and storytelling workshops. So all that is a part of Marvel Year.
So what about the winter camp? Are you guys coming up with something for this winters for the kids? Let's hear.
All my kids, 7 years, their friends, people who haven't joined us, trust me, they remind us, like you did right now, that when is the next the camp starting. The whole vision of a holiday camps is to make it worthwhile. We know our kids have fertile minds and they have a lot of time, and we need to make the best of it. So our camps are full of enrichment. We ensure we have the right degree of fun with interaction, and we have the right, and we use that opportunity, that window of delivering knowledge. So we have a lot of theme based activities, a lot of theme based workshops that we launch every holiday, whether it's spring, autumn, summer, and winter. And yes, winter and Christmas is right on the corner. So our Christmas filled winter camp is beginning. It's starting from the 15th December in the Middle East and Australia, because holidays begin early over here, and then 25th onwards in India and Singapore. And of course, we will be marketing it to a few other regions this time. Our team is already on it. So we offer weekly themes to them so that they can choose the favorite themes. And we just blend that theme with a lot of fun, lot of practical activity. We always try to include information, ensure that they learn something new. This is the time where we can sow the seeds. So we do very, very exciting things, like we did vexillology. We made kids study flags of 95 countries, understand what is the difference. Similarly, we do know your world, or world travel. That's a very, very popular holiday camp module with us, where we do a virtual tour of different wonders of the world, share stories. Another very exciting module which we are coming up with this winter in all the regions is mysteries of history. This was started in summer this time. We have beautiful stories about the history of survival and sustainability of human mankind. And this is what we share through this module, which is packaged in our winter camp this time. So we are offering mysteries of histories also for kids starting 5 plus till 15. So there are different levels to this program, and there are exciting, adventurous, fun-based stories along with DIY activities where kids also get to participate, perform, and win a lot of gifts. So our camps allow them to, celebrate with medals and trophies, which is what I love in kids. We just love to celebrate their performance with them. So our camps allow that. And with the peer group is now global. We have entered the global village actually online. So kids will meet friends, not just from their own state, not just from their own school or country, but across borders. So the camps usually are done at timings where they can integrate with kids from other countries as well. And that's where a lot of exchange of information, ideas, what is happening, that happens. I have a small incident, when we were doing a Diwali camp similarly, and kids had different kind of questions and they all wanted to ask each other. I think for some time they excused the teachers and they were asking each other. We could see that they were very curious for the kind of exchange to know how I celebrate Diwali here and how do you do it there and what happens in my school. And I think that itself was a great platform for learning. It allows kids to exchange cross border a lot of information, experience, thoughts, ideas, and integrate what we want learning in them. Also very, very very, very creative in doing our activities. So we are also offering kits and we are also offering support in providing the material to your home at your doorstep if you sign up with us for a special package. Not just winters, like I said, of course, winters is ahead. So I spoke about the upcoming winter camp. But like we said, we are holiday camp experts. We call ourselves holiday camp experts. So every holiday, whether it's winter, it's spring, we start preparing for spring then. And then it's summer, it's autumn. We also have festival camps, so all major festivals. So we'll be having we call them special festival workshops. We'll be running a 3-day Christmas workshop. Then again, we would, for our students in January, we will be having another set of workshop during 26th January. And likewise, these workshops keep on happening. We have a spring workshop again. We did a Diwali Dashera workshop. So yes, you need to stay tuned to Little Marvels to know. And, yes, our website and our upcoming portal also helps you stay tuned. The Facebook page also helps you stay tuned with all the camps run across the borders, across the globe. So parents can inquire about the details, or they can sign up with us to receive regular updates on their WhatsApp and email, and they can subscribe.
See, you are into the education, mentoring kids. So, what challenges and obstacles have you faced in your journey so far, and how education, good education, has helped you?
Challenges, yes. I would say that, like I said, I did not come from an education space. And I think that's somewhere a plus point for me because I was not carrying a preconceived notion about education. The kind of space that I come from, the environment that I've been offered at home, at school, has been very open. It has been very much empowering. Even the the kind of experience that I've had in the corporate world was very, very empowering. I think that is what helps you because it pushes you it helps you to be a risk taker. And I think that is needed in every young leader. You want your kids to take risks. You want them to be okay with failures. I saw a lot of challenges, not just at the space of kids, but also parents. And I think particularly early years, the challenge was with the parents because again, parents usually carry a lot of, there's a predefined frame for their kids. It often reminds me of this movie, Three Idiots, where they say, Mera beta footballer banega ya engineer banega. I think till date, a lot of parents have that notion. And we start judging the child right from day one. Okay, is he doing this? Oh, I'm worried my child is not speaking. Oh, I'm worried my child. So we start tracking him not against his own capabilities, but against the milestones that probably are the education industry or the doctors or the medical world or the books have set for you, and comparing. It allowed us to work with them and tell them, why don't you take this environment home? So even before we had digital learning, I think 7 years back when we started Little Marvels, we were still thinking on the same line. Let's provide the learning environment to home. Let's extend learning to home. And of course, the channel for us was parents. So it allowed us to work with parents, understand their pain points, and then devise solutions and integrate the solutions of their pain points into our programs. So if you see all the learning programs of Little Marvels, if we talk of Marvel Years or if we talk of the the Young Leadership Lab, the cornerstones are very clear. They are your pain points and answers to your pain points. Whenever a parent walks to us, our question is not, oh, would you like to do this on that? Our question is, what are your pain points? Kids are never a challenge. Kids are sweethearts. They are really, really, I must say, and I always tell parents, we undermine them, all of us. Their potential is much high. You can expect a 2.5, 3-year-old child to read. Trust me. Yes, I agree. He may not be able to tell you the meaning of all the words that he's reading, but if he's given the right ground of phonics and pre-reading skills, you can encourage early reading. We have built on a right team of specialists, a team who comes with the right kind of education and passion, which is very important for education, for delivering education. So our practitioners have the right passion and they are trained by us on the pedagogy of how we deliver. We have coined our term called ABCD. So our pedagogy is also very simple the way we are. It's activity-based child development, and we train our practitioners on this pedagogy and their right experience. We work with fine art experts, we work with psychologists so that we can have social emotional training as a part of our programs.
Now, to many who don't know this, that me myself have been mentored by Ranjana, I think few years back. That's why we connect for so long. And I think people who need to solve their pain points get in touch with her because I think she's a pain reliever. And that was especially for the parents who are actually facing a lot of problems. Just help us with the 2 quick lines on women empowerment and how are you supporting it?
Very, very close topic. People who know me, Rashi, they know that how much I stand up for women. Okay, so yes, I completely believe that one thing that women need to remove from their life is guilt. Okay, all of us live in a guilt. I don't want my child to suffer. I don't want my husband to take cold lunch. Okay, at office, I want to serve him hot. Very nice. We are very, very kind, and we love a perfect family. But trust me, your family loves you too. And for that to happen, my message to all the women is, please love your dreams the way you love your family. Please love your aspirations and what you want to do equally. Give it an equal space. Please don't leave it behind, because if you love it, you will definitely, you are a problem solver, you are a solution maker. Trust in yourself, you will find the right solution. And it's okay if there are little bit of compromises that everybody, trust me, your children, your husband, your family would love to do that for you once they see you accomplishing in your own space. Take a step and move ahead, and everything is possible. Everything, when you look behind, you will say, yes, I made the right choice. My children are more independent. My husband loves me because I took this step to stand for myself. And if you stand for yourself, you can do everything for others. What you're doing, I think, you're helping a lot of people with these ideas come out and take small steps. You're empowering them, helping them connect with the right platform, because sometimes we don't know, how do I do that? That's a big question mark. So I think through your foundation, you're helping them with that how. So my message to women out there, that your job is even more simple with the Rashi now, that and with the foundation Rabbi Rashi. And yes, I have had this beautiful I think time and journey with Rashi. And I completely owe one thing, Little Marvels. Whenever we look back the journey of Little Marvels, Rashi, the time doesn't matter. Her name is going to be there. I was completely hesitant to start a particular wing of Little Marvels, and Rashi giving the suggestion, ma'am, you should go for it. She just motivates. Sometimes that is what you need. You are, I think, Rashi giving that motivation to everybody out there, to a lot of women out there who want to do something but they don't know how. So it's wonderful that your organization is helping them connect with the right people, and a lot of people connect with you, and I'm sure you'll be able to make a big difference to their lives as well, the way you did to Little Marvels.
Thank you so much. That's been really, really generous and modest with me, Ranjana. I want to tell everyone that she's an amazing person, and we are together because of her love and her friendship, because she never let it go. So that's wonderful. Okay, so Little Marvels Early Learning Center, we are nose wiping, potty helping, hand soaping, crayon drawing, story reading, alphabet singing, number counting, jacket zipping, and hug caring. Difference makers for young children. To all our people, since everything has got digitized, I think the winter camps or any of the camps are also digitized now. So there is no boundary problems. There are no boundary hiccups. Get in touch with Ranjana Chhabra, get in touch with Little Marvels ELC, get in touch with the Young Leadership Lab. Go ahead and avail it for your child. In case you want to speak to Ranjana, her number is also available on the feed. She's in the Dubai right now, but her WhatsApp is working, I think, all the time. You can message her. You need mentorship for your child. You need any kind of special guidance for your child on their behavioral, cognitive problems. Just get in touch with her. She's not a psychologist, but she's definitely a mother. So I think she will help you out with it. And the staff and the people associated with Little Marvels, I think they are all there to help you 24/7. Just get in touch with her. I think this is the best ELC in the Delhi NCR especially. So thank you so much, and thank you so much, Ranjana.